go ahead and just jump right in. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button so you never miss out when your girl is live and in action. Okay. So today I will be doing my second hand as promised. Um I will be using my non-dominant hand. So I'm gonna be going for a different design this time than on this nail. And as you can see, child, I had a little mishap, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. But y'all get the gist of the nails, okay? So I'll be doing a different design from this pattern here. So, but it'll be essentially the same aesthetic. Okay. So without further ado, we're gonna be using Exagi number 17. Y'all know I really like this brand here, especially this number 17, order number 17. All right, so this is Exagi. Here is the color for the replay gang. Hey, replay gang, we miss you, but so glad that you could join us here later whenever you watch this video. Okay, so we'll be using Exagi brand. We will be also using For Lily. So we'll be using the same blue that we used on our nails here. So here's the blue, and For Lily is a really great nail um, company. So yeah, over on Shein, or you can get it off of Amazon. I'll be using the mustard color. I call it mustard yellow, but yes, of course, we want to incorporate some yellow. And then we're also going to be incorporating some orange because this is the baseline of the colors, okay? And then I'll be going in with the design, okay? So without further ado, we're just gonna jump right into it. So I'll be using my non-dominant hand. Um, so you all can see me work, okay? I hope everybody's having a good day out there. You all have eaten some good. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you all out there, okay? Yes, honey. Yes, okay? It is the weekend. Hope y'all, if y'all do have plans, just stay safe, okay? Just stay safe, honey. Stay safe out there. It is cold and make sure you are bundled up, okay? All right, so I really have to focus when I'm doing my non-dominant hand because if not, child, this stuff will be all over the place, okay? All right. So we're gonna go for um a more nude color on our thumb. Like I said, this will be a different design. So hey everybody, I got it here so quick. So we're gonna go with this extension color on our thumb, middle, and ring finger. And then I'm going to switch it up, and then we're going to do mustard yellow on our pointer finger. And then we're going to put some blue on the ring. I mean, on the pinky. I mean, on the yeah pinky finger, y'all. It's gonna be so cute, and you all can do this from home. Nothing I do is hard. This is beginner friendly, child. You ain't got to be licensed to slay. You don't. You know. You don't. Y'all got this. I believe in y'all. Okay. I believe in all the children. I am tickled. Anyway, move on. All right, y'all. We using our Exagi brand. Here is the color. Y'all know I really like this brand a lot. So we just gonna go in, finish applying this color. Be sure to like the video, share the video, come back and watch the video if you want to try out this design that I'm doing. Like I said, it's not going to be the same exact design that you see on my left hand. We're going for something different. You know, we trying to go bigger and better, okay? We're trying different designs. And that's not the way you will learn how to, get better and better with your craft, is if you try different things out. Okay, we got a lot of things that we need to clean up, okay? But don't worry, baby. We got this. Ka-ching, ka-ching, bling, bling, bling. Here is the brand, okay? Be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Be sure to screenshot if you want to try this brand out. This is my favorite brand. It is a little on the I'm not gonna say it's expensive, but it is a little on the pricey side. Like I said, you can get a bottle of this for like three, almost $4. But if you don't mind spending the cash to be with the flash, then okay. Anyway, moving on, child. We got For Lily. Of course, I had to incorporate my good old yellow, child. Okay. All right, so we got a mustard yellow. Look at that yellow, y'all. Yes, you can get this For Lily brand off of Shein way cheaper than you can off of Amazon, okay? Hear me well. You can get this brand way cheaper than you can off of Amazon, okay? All right, but to each their own, child, okay? To each their own. All right, so here is what the yellow is looking like thus far. We're going to make sure we get all the way back from the cuticle all the way down to that tip, okay? Cuticle all the way down to that tip. This is beginner friendly. My girlies, you got this. Get out your head. You are phenomenal. You are God's child, okay? Period. Point and blank, okay? And if you have the talents in you and you see something that you're like, oh my God, I just don't know if I could do that. I'm telling you, you can. Child, I did not start this way. I didn't start this way, being just as good as I am today, child. Y'all see my little janky jank? It's okay. We gotta go through the janky jank to get to the true religion. You know what I'm saying? Of the nails, okay? We messed up on the outside. It's okay. We're gonna clean it up. As long as you clean it up, you come back, make sure it's looking nice and right and tight, baby. You got this. Okay, period point the blank. And get out your own head. Cause y'all, I'm telling y'all, I always tell y'all every time I come on here, y'all are slayers, honey. Y'all be slaying better than me. And I don't even know y'all. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, moving on. All right. So we're gonna go in with 2 coats of everything that you see here. We're even gonna go in with our coat of blue. Now we are going to be sponging the nails too today. So here's the blue that we use on this hand. Okay. So we're gonna go in on the pinky nail. Okay, on the pinky nail, and do the same thing. Now, if you're using your non-dominant hand, take your time. I'm using my left hand. I'm not a lefty. I'm a righty, but as I always like to shout out to the left hand gang, y'all. Y'all have some beautiful handwriting. Y'all do some beautiful crafting. I feel like left-handed people are like more crafty and I don't know, God just put an extra pizzazz in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, shout out to the left-handed people. I mean, I'm learning how to hold my brush like y'all, but I don't think I got it, y'all. But anywho, moving on. We gonna try, okay? We ain't giving up, honey. We ain't giving up, okay? Ain't no man. Ain't no breaking up. Yes, honey. Anyway, moving on. We're going to that cuticle all the way down to that tip. Okay, so this is what the first coat is looking like. Now we got some things that we need to clean up. So of course, y'all know I like to use my handy dandy tools, my handy dandy toothpick tools. You're gonna get these off of Shein. Okay, you're gonna get these off of Shein. Okay, all right. You get 500 for $2 or 100 for $1. Okay, so you can do whichever one you feel, but we just doing it. Okay. All right, we're gonna add a little acetone to the nails. I mean, to the child. Please don't add it to the nails. We're gonna add a little acetone to the toothpick or whatever, and then we're gonna actually go in and clean up this blue because I'm gonna show you all. This is where I say you have to go sidewall to sidewall, but you see I'm missing a little bit right there. We don't want that. You want to get a full coverage. But if you see something, what do I always tell y'all? Clean it up, okay? Fix it, fix it, fix it, Jesus. Okay, fix it, honey, fix it, okay? But we just, we're gonna have to fix that too, child. But that's okay. We getting it, okay? This is what comes with your non-dominant hand, probably, child. I'm telling y'all, you're gonna have to have some patience, little sister and little brother, okay? Period point the blank. Anyway, moving on. All righty. So we're gonna just go around that cuticle area, all the way around those side walls as well, just cleaning off anything that shouldn't be there, okay? You're gonna take your time. Again, this is your non-dominant hand. Well, this is my non-dominant hand, but for all of my non-dominant girlies out there that want to try this, just give yourself some grace, okay? Nothing comes overnight, okay? Nothing, the greatest stuff didn't happen overnight, okay? It just didn't, okay? So give yourself some grace, bend your finger, and just clean it up as slowly and impeccable as you can, okay? And I do mean impeccable. You heard what I said, okay? Period, point the blank. Okay, so we got two that we need to clean up. We got to clean up this one and then we got to clean up this one. I think I'm going to start with the blue since I have already started taking, since I already left out the top on this one. So when I say we're going to go back in, we're going to go back in from cuticle all the way down to sidewall. I mean, cuticle all the way down to tip, covering the entire perimeter of the sidewall. If you need to turn your nail to see, turn that nail to see, okay? But you ain't missing nothing, okay? You ain't missing no areas. That's why it's important to make sure you are covering the entirety of that nail because if not, you can miss the smallest little area, okay? And if you get a little bit on the side like I did, we just gonna clean it up, okay? You got this though. You got this. Say it with me. I got this. I can do all things. Okay. Period. And you can. Period. Point the blank. Okay. Um. Anyway, moving on. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go in with my favorite brand, Exagi, and we just gonna clean up that good old ring finger that we kind of messed up on. Okay. Oh, that we kind of messed up. We didn't mess up on it, child, but we just kind of messed it up a little bit, child. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway, moving on. Now, this is an extension polish. Yes, I put extension polish on my acrylic just because it gives that more smooth look to the nails. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you know, you know. Okay. Shout out to my extension girlies. Okay. They don't do no acrylic, child. They only just do extensions, child. I see why y'all only do extensions, child. I do. I do. Shout out to my girlies out there. Okay. Now we're gonna pull this to the side and we just gonna clean it up. We ain't getting bent out of shape. We ain't hoop, lie, we ain't doing none of that. We just taking our time and gracefully cleaning the nails off. And so this is what the first coat of everything looks like, okay? Like I said, it's a different design than this hand, okay? So we're gonna pop this in the nail light. You're gonna pop your nails in the nail light for about 60 seconds, and then we're gonna move on. Now, while this is in the nail light for the 60 seconds, I'm going to always show you all the brands that I'm using because some of you all are just joining us now. So I'm going to show you what they look like, okay? All right, popping it in the nail lamp. All right, Exagi. Here we go. Screenshot. Y'all ready? So we're gonna screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. We will be going in with 2 coats of the Exagi, and then this is their number 17. We have about 10 milliliters, 10 milliliters in this bottle. Okay, so here it is, number 17. This is a 10 milliliter bottle, okay? 10 milliliter bottle, okay? And so you can get this off of Shein. Shein is going to be your friend, okay? Now, if you get it off Amazon, you probably have to pay an arm and a leg and a thigh. But if that's what you got to offer, then baby, who am I? Okay, moving on. All right, so we got 4 Lily. You can get a pack of 4 Lily. Go ahead and screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. Let me make sure y'all can get it in there. Screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. You can get a pack of 6 for about I think it's like 370 or something on Shein. 370. Uh-huh. That's the brand. Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh. That's what we got right there. Okay. And I will be using their mustard yellow. I'll be using their blue. Okay. And I also will be using their number 665 of their orange. Okay, just so we can make sure we have the correct aesthetic for our nails. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing the exact same design, but I do want to keep the colors the same. And then we will be going in with our Burano number 11. Okay. And you can get this off of Amazon in a pack of 6. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and pop my nails out and we're going to just keep moving on. Okay, y'all? Because we got things to do, people to see, places to be. Okay. All right. Hey, beautiful people. All right. So here we go. We're going to go in with our second coat. Again, I'm using my left hand. Again, I have to always shout out to my left-handed people. My left-handed people. One day, I'm going to talk well, actually, I got a few people in mind I can talk to. So y'all can teach me how to write really good with my left hand. Cause I'm learning how to paint, child. You can't tell me nothing. I feel like I'm in my Kanye West era, child. Now that I know how to use my left hand and get a nice coat. Shout out to the left-handed people. Shout out to the left-handed people. They are special, okay? Period point blank. All y'all special, okay? All right, you see what I'm doing? I'm just bending this nail to the side a little bit, making sure I get a full coat. All right, it's looking really good, looking goody in the hoodie, okay? Looking goody in the hoodie. I'm even gonna go this way and make sure I get a full, even more better coat, okay? Got a little bit on the side, but we gonna clean that up. We not gonna stop. We not gonna get deterred. We got things to do. We're gonna take our tool, add a little acetone on it, add a little acetone on it, and we just gonna clean it up, okay? And this is why these come in handy. You can't clean up everything with a doggone napkin unless you know how to get them points on point, okay? You just can't. So, but do what works best for you. So we got that cleaned up, okay? All right, now we're gonna move on. Actually, before we move on, go ahead and screw the top on everything, okay? All right, we don't want none spilled, child, unless you do. All right, anyway, moving on. We're gonna go in with our number 665, okay? 665 yellow, mustard yellow, okay? All right, with a second coat, okay? Ooh, that yellow is just everything, ain't it? Okay, made me feel like Monica, you're everything to me, honey. Anyway, moving on, child. All right, so we're going from cuticle all the way down to the tip. And a lot of people, probably feel like I'm repetitive, but I have to be. I think that that's the best way you have to be, especially when you have taught before. So I have taught before. Um, and that's the way it sticks. That's how you help people learn and grow in whatever it is that they're learning. You get what I'm saying? You say it repetitively, it sticks. You know what I'm saying? So again, you don't want to go over that cuticle area. You want to make sure you get it just right and tight. Okay, bend the nail. You're gonna bend the nail, and then you're gonna just go in slightly. You're gonna spread that brush so that you can get a more even coat and just go back over. Okay. All right, it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay. All right. But anywho, y'all got the concept. Yeah, y'all get it. Okay. Y'all get it. Okay. All right. So not much cleanup here. Not much cleanup, but we do have a little bit of cleanup. Okay. So that's what the second coat is giving. Okay. Now we have to go in with our now we're going to go in with our second coat of our extension polish, that being the Exagi number 17, or the number 17 for the SpongeBob people out there, honey. Yes, honey. Yes. Okay. So we just clean up, like I said, clean up this area, go around the entire perimeter of the nail, okay? Even if you don't really see a lot, you might, once you go around the nail, you might see a little bit get on the stick, and that's what we want to make sure that we don't miss any areas around this cuticle area and on the sidewalls, okay? We don't, okay? We're gonna close our things because we don't want our things to be running over to the left, okay? We don't. Or else, if you do, you got money like that, then do what you do. Ka-ching, bling, 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 okay? All right. Now we're going to go in with our second coat of my favorite here. And as you can see the consistency is a little thick and, not too runny or whatever. That's what we want. That's what we want, okay? All right. So second coat. Take your time, okay? Spread your brush, okay? Once you get to that cuticle, do a nice soft spread so that you can get all around the perimeter of that nail, okay? In the middle, spread so you can go straight down. You get what I'm saying? You get the gist of it. We're gonna bend the nail, and then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna get slightly in that corner, not just in that corner, but we're gonna go all the way around so that we can hit all the areas of the rest of that nail, okay? Y'all get it? You got it. I trust you. I believe in you. Okay. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. Again, I'm using my non-dominant hand. So for my non-dominant hand, like I said, it took me a long time, y'all. Okay. You gotta give yourself grace. Child. Ooh, y'all done seen me do some jank when I first started off, child. And that's all right. Mind your business. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. But that's what I'm saying, y'all. Practice makes perfection, okay? It doesn't make it perfect, but you get very close to it. And that's all I want you all to do is believe in yourself and continue to chase your goals and dreams. It doesn't have to be in nails, but whatever you're doing, if it doesn't work the first, second, third, 18th time, that don't mean you give up on you. You never give up on you. It's already people out here waiting to see you just not do what you say you're gonna put your mind to. You get what I'm saying? But the fact that you do it, child, that's all that matters. Okay, that's all that matters. Okay, all righty. So we're going to go ahead and go in with our second coat here. All right, on the thumbnail, and we got some cleanup to do when it comes to this polish here on our thumb, middle, and ring finger, but we're gonna worry about that when we get there, okay? However, you're still going around the entire perimeter of that nail, covering it from the cuticle all the way down to the tip, okay? All righty, my loves. Now it is time to clean up what we messed up. All right, hallelujah. Anyway, we're gonna bend the nail so that you can see, okay? And then we're gonna go around the cuticle area each way, okay, and just sway, so that we can make sure that we lay the nails away. Oh yes, honey. Oh yes, we got this. We got this. I'm telling you, if you just give yourself some grace and keep going, I'm telling you, you're gonna be where you want to be before you even know it, child. You hear me? You hear me? You got this. You got this, okay? All right, y'all. So we just cleaned this up. You might have a little residue of the acetone on the outside, but child, I'd rather have acetone than polish, okay? All right. Anyway, moving on. That was my fake laugh, y'all. Okay. Don't come for me. All right. Anyway, moving on. All right. So I'm just cleaning up this back wall right here, child. And we're gonna go ahead and I did say wall. All right. So anyway, this is what the second coat is giving. Okay, nice, clean, concise. Okay. All right. Looking good in the neighborhood. We're gonna go ahead and pop her in the nail lamp for the good old 60 seconds. Now, one more time before I move on, because I'm gonna be putting these away for those of you that just joined. Hola, bonjour. Hope everybody's doing muy bien. Okay. Como estás? Hope everyone is doing muy bien. Okay. Here's the brand. Okay. The first brand. This is the nude. Okay. Here is the blue. If you want to get this exact blue from For Lily, that is FOURLILY, okay, For Lily, okay. And then we have a mustard yellow for Lily, okay, that's FOURLILY. Now you're going to pay, like I said, about $11, $12 on Amazon for this brand. But if you head on over to Shein, you get a bang for your buck. You can't beat it for $3, six for $3 and something. You just can't beat it. You can't. I can't make this stuff up. I cannot. Okay, I cannot. All righty, y'all. So I think my nails are done baking. So it's time to get into the design. All right. So without further ado, I like to let them go a few more minutes. A few extra minutes. So this is what it looks fresh out of the lamp. All righty. So here we go with the design. Last time I sponged the nails, and that's what I'm going to do again this time because I don't have an airbrush. But to get the airbrush effect, then we're just going to go in and do what we do. But first and foremost, before we even get there, honey bunches of oats, we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of the yellow, and we're going to do a French tip mustard yellow, okay? And then we're going to do a French tip. Oh, okay, that's enough. A French tip orange, okay? All right, so here we go. This is the number 695. I said 665. 665 is the yellow. This is 695, the orange, okay? So we're going to do a French orange, French yellow, okay? All right, now you all can do the same design, okay? Just go ahead and order you some tips or some acrylic and or do it on your own nails. You get what I'm saying? But we're going to use our liner brush, okay? Going in with a little longer liner brush than we have used in the past. Just because I want to, get it done and stuff and things, okay? And stuff and things, all right? All right, and things and such. All right. So here we go. I'm just making sure I got enough polish on this liner brush, okay? And literally, I'm going to show you how to do this very easily, no stress, okay? And take your time. We're giving ourselves grace. Okay, so we're going to go here. I'm using my non-dominant hand, so please give me grace, okay? I'm going to stop talking. We're going to clean it up. Okay. All right, I had to stop talking because, child, sometimes it's good to just shut the hell up when you are focusing, okay? You gotta focus, okay? We got a little bit on the outside of our nail, but that's totally fine. We're gonna clean it up with our handy dandy tool here. And then I'm going to fix the line once I go in and add the rest of the yellow to it. So we're gonna take our brush And we're just gonna fill in the rest, okay? We ain't gonna, it's low stress, okay? Low stress. This is easy to do, beginner friendly, like I said, beginner friendly, okay? All righty. So we're gonna set that right there. Set that right there. Okay. All right. So next we're gonna go in, we're gonna fill in our nail here. Take your time, okay? All righty. So we just filling in that French tip. And then everything else we're going to, hold on, y'all. I gotta be quiet. I know. You like, that's the smallest little bit, Destiny. I know, child, but I still gotta be quiet, honey. Well, it still be messed up, child. Y'all want to see some janky nails again, like back in 24? No, baby. No. I gotta be styling the profile. I got somebody where to go, places to be. All right, here we go. So you see how I messed up right here on the end? Take your tool and just go straight up that nail, and you have a clean side there. And then you see how this French tip is not all the way in its best form. No worries. This is where you're gonna take your tool and you're gonna literally clean it up, okay? Take off or add as much as you want, but let's clean it up, okay? I'm gonna be quiet. Okay. All right. All right. So this is where you're going to take that tool of yours right here because again, using your non-dominant hand is not for the faint of heart, okay? You got to have heart, okay? Okay, you got to have heart. Okay. All right. So we're going to take our tool, add some acetone on it, and we're going to literally clean it up. We're going to take off what we don't want to be there, okay? Take oh, take your take your time, okay? Take your time, okay? All right. So here we go. Let me get a lint-free wipe so y'all can see. And it's good to add a little bit of acetone to the lint-free wipe so that you can actually get, dab your little tool on there or whatever. So that's what I'll do. Okay. Go back in, clean it up. Looking good, looking good. And then if any of your fibers are trying to come out, literally pinch the stick and roll them back into place. Just like that. Nothing sticking out. We're going to go back in. Give it a firm grip. Put your thumb, I mean, put your thumb on your pinky nail and just keep going. I like that. But you see right here, I still got some cleaning up to do, right? So that's where this comes back into play. And actually, I got something on here, so I'm going to have to take that off and start back over. And if you have to do that, it's totally fine, but we ain't giving up, okay? You saving you time from having to go into a shop and pay somebody when you can just be patient with yourself and just do it, okay? All righty. I'm liking what I see. I'm liking what I see. Okay, and we have almost a French tip. I got a little bit, I see a little bit more that needs to come off. You see it? Can y'all see it? Right here in this corner. We got a little bit more. We're gonna take that off, okay? Pinching our tool and literally just taking this little bit off. right there. Boom. We have a French tip. That's what I'm saying. Take your time. You got this, okay? You know you ought to slow down. You've been working so hard, and that's a fact. Mm, huh? No. All right, y'all. So now we're going in with our orange. We're going in with our orange French tip, okay? All right. Now we're gonna do the same thing we did on our thumb um right here on our what's it called? Ring finger, excuse me. Okay. And you don't want too much on there or else it's just gonna run and then you have a thick line and blase, blah 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 blah. So just start in the middle, just kind of give it a little curve, and then take your hand, go the opposite way. I'm using my non-dominant hand, so y'all gotta bear with me. I keep saying it because people are joining, and I do appreciate y'all. Want to make sure I'm giving y'all the best depiction and information as accurately as I can while I'm doing this. So I'm gonna press my fingers up firmly against my hand here, and then that way I have a nice firm grip and just go in with the rest. Okay. If you mess up, it's totally fine. Totally fine. We're gonna clean it up anyway, okay? All right. So we're going to go back and forth and back and forth. All right. And then I'm gonna fill in the rest, okay? We're gonna fill in the rest with that orange, okay? All right, we're gonna fill it in with the rest of this orange here. And then we are gonna do some cleanup, but that's a part of the process, right? It's totally fine. You ain't messing up. Are you learning? Are you learning? Okay. All right, here we go. And doing your non-dominant hand, I know I keep saying it's not for the faint of heart, but it's really not. Like you literally have to have the patience of I don't know. I don't even know what to compare it to, but you got to have a lot of patience. Okay, so we just filling in those areas. Don't worry about if it get on your hand, child. You gonna clean it up anyway, right? Unless you want polish all on your hand, then hey. If we go over that smile line, totally fine. We ain't caring about that right now. We just trying to make sure we fill it in, and then we're gonna clean it up. Okay. The key is cleaning up what you messed up. Seriously. Okay. Seriously. Seriously. Taking our tool here. We're gonna add a little acetone. Okay. I need to put these strags back in place, and so I'm gonna go from the sidewall area. All right. Add a little bit more acetone on there. Okay. And then we're going to clean it up. Okay. All right. You're going to hold your finger under your thumb, under your ring, and then we're just going to clean it up. Okay. Take your time. Okay. It's not a race. Like I tell y'all all the time, if you're going to be in a hurry doing your nails, just pop on some press ons. Okay. You get them on, pop, pop, go on about your business. But if you are really trying to take your craft serious, you cannot be in a rush. You cannot. Or else you can be in, well, we'll see how far they get you. Okay. All right, I need to be quiet right now. Yeah. All right. So it's starting to come together, right? But we need to make sure that we make this side look like this side. So I need to go down on the sides a little bit more, and then we're gonna have our perfect French, okay? Or whatever else what we gonna do for this nail child. Cause baby, I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on this French tip using my non-dom. I just cannot. I cannot. I cannot. But give your hand a little point. Position your hand. Okay, and then there we go. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. All righty. Looking goody in the hoodie. Y'all like that? I like that. All right. Mm-hmm. Y'all like that? All right. I'm seeing something, so I'm going ahead and fix it, okay? I really am. So we're gonna go ahead and fix up this mustard. I see something right here. All right. Now don't that look better? Yes, honey. Yes, just fix it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take you a little time. Might give you an attitude, make you have a little attitude. But hey, you get an attitude with yourself and not the people that's gonna charge you that arm, leg, and a thigh. Okay? Okay. All right. Now we're gonna go in with our orange sponge. We're gonna do we're gonna give it an airbrush look, and then we're going to do a 3D nail in the middle, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go in with my orange right here, just right in the middle, okay? Not too much, but just in the middle, okay? But make sure it's like in the middle, for real, for real. All right, I'm seeing something. You see that in the middle of my nail? We're gonna take that off with our handy dandy tool. See that? You don't want that. That's not good, okay? We're gonna add a little bit of orange, a little bit more orange, okay? And then we're gonna dab that back on there, okay? So give it a nice circular look, okay? Nice circular look, okay? All right, it's looking good. I'm liking what I see. Liking what I see. And then when we go in with the second coat, it's gonna be even more pretty. Okay? All right. Okay. So that's what it's looking like, okay? All right, so we're gonna pop these into the nail lamp, okay? And then we're gonna put white. We're gonna sponge this one with white and move on, okay? All right. Now make sure you have enough of these sponges. Like I said, you can get this tool off of Shein. You get about 200 sponges, and then you get this tool right here. I think for about $2 or $3. $3. I think they went up like I told y'all. So it's about $3 now. But that's better than you paying. Y'all probably gonna be like, girl, it's just $2. I don't care, baby. I'm not finna pay $5 on Amazon for somebody to get for $2, child. Okay. I just cannot, I just cannot. I can, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you get a whole excuse me, you all. You get a whole packet and the tool of these for, like I said, a little of nothing off of Shein. And so if you don't have an airbrush, then this comes in handy because you can just sponge the nails. You get what I'm saying? So that's neither here nor there. All righty, y'all. We are going to move on. I'm going to take my nails out of the lamp right about now. All right, we're going to go in with the second coat. We got a second coat of our mustard. We're gonna do a second coat of our French. Okay. Take your time. Take your time. Okay. Get as close as you can to that French tip line. Try not to go over it, and you'll be good, okay? And then just clean it up with your liner brush, okay? All right. All right. That's looking good. All right. Okay. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. And what you can't get in them corners, that's where I say your liner brush will come in handy. You're gonna have to clean it up anyway, so don't be flustered. Okay? All right, we got some cleaning up to do, okay? I'm gonna get a little closer so y'all can see I ain't cheating y'all out of nothing, out of nothing. Okay? All right. So we're gonna clean it off. Make sure you're cleaning your brush off so that it's nice and clean. You ain't got no little other color on there or nothing. Okay, just clean it up. Okay. So now we're gonna take a little bit of that mustard, very little, like that much, and we're gonna clean up the nail. Give yourself a nice firm grip. If you gotta press down in your hand, do what you gotta do, but make sure that that line is crisp as it can be, or as best as you can get it with that non-dominant hand. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. All right, I'm just cleaning this up. And then you're gonna get in those corners that you couldn't really get in with your brush, okay? All right. All right. And then we're gonna do the same thing on this side, okay? Like I said, if you gotta be quiet, you can't talk to the customer or you can't talk to yourself. Be quiet and focus. Focus. The key word out to take from this live is focus and slay. Okay? All right, we're gonna get in that corner, fill in anything that we couldn't get with that brush. Nice even coat and strokes. And then we're gonna clean it up, okay? Okay? All right now. All right. Okay. Here we go. Now we got a little bit, you see that little bit that kind of got over the line right there? We're gonna clean that up, okay? So you're gonna turn your hand and literally give it a nice little, and there you have it. Nice, clean French tip. Now you're gonna do the same thing with that orange polish, okay? So we're gonna take a little bit of the orange, okay? And we're gonna do the same thing, all right? Take your time. You got this, okay? All right, here we go. We're taking our time, doing it right. All right. Like I said, if you go over that line, who cares? You're gonna clean it up anyway. But don't just move on thinking that, the customer, if you're doing it for someone or if you're doing it on yourself, just know that people see everything, child. That it's always that one person watching and looking like, ooh, wait, she ain't did this. She didn't clean it up. That ain't none of your dang on business. Okay. Period point to play. But anyway, moving on. All right, y'all. So we're gonna clean up anything that we have excess of. Okay. And you see right here, I kind of went over that line right here. And so I'm going to clean it up, okay? I'm going to bend it back my way and just clean it up. And actually, we didn't go down far enough. So you're going to take your brush and then you're just going to go back in with a very light coat. Don't put a whole lot of polish on the brush or else it will overrun and then there you go. There you go. So I'm gonna bend this back to me so I can see, but y'all too. Okay? Just gonna fill it in, okay? Fill it in. Okay? All right. All right. So this is the second coat. Make sure you're giving your French tips 2 coats as well. Okay? All righty. All righty. All right. I'm just looking right here, making sure that everything is nicely done. Okay. There we go, y'all. Looking good in the hoodie. Looking goody in the hoodie, okay? All right. Got some cleanup to do, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and clean it up. As you can see right here on the side, I got a little bit to clean up, and then on the side here, I got a little bit. So we're gonna take a little bit of acetone, go on, uh-oh, wrong side of the doggone thing, yeah. All right, here we go. Boom. There we go. Boom. There we go. Boom. There we go. And boom. There we go. All right, you see that? Now that is looking good. So we're gonna take our handy dandy tool here. Just go back in with our brush. Okay. All right. So I see something right in here. All right. And I'm feeling real good about that. Okay. All right. We got to sponge our nail too. This middle nail here. Okay. I mean this pointer nail here, excuse me. So we're gonna take the rest of that orange we didn't use and just go in and sponge it again. And this way you can see that orange a little bit better than you did the first time, right? So if it's not showing up like you wanted to the first time, don't worry. That's why they say go in with a second coat um, each time, okay? And so we're gonna do that, giving it a nice circular look, okay? Okay. All right. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. All right. Just making sure I cover all those areas, okay? And then anything that shouldn't be on here, okay? Anything that shouldn't be on here, you should remove and just make sure it ain't on the nail, okay? All righty. We got some little strags in there, so I'm gonna take my handy dandy tool. Of course, I'm gonna have to go back in it, but I'm gonna add the smallest bit of acetone so that we can get those extra hairs and fibers out of there. Can y'all see that? It's right here. Okay, so we're gonna remove those. I don't want those in there. Okay, so I'm gonna remove those. All right, got it out. Got it out. So you're gonna go back in with that orange, and boom. It's back like nothing ever happened, child. There we go. There we go. You got it. You can do it. Okay. I'm just looking back at it, make sure everything's looking appeasing to me. Oh, I see some more little strags right here at the end of the nail. So we're gonna go in one more time with a little bit of acetone and just clean up that area. All right, here we go. Baby, if you give it to me, I give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it. All right, here we go. Bam, wham. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna pop these in the nail lamp and we are ready to move on to our white and then our 3D gel. So I'm gonna be using this. Yeah, don't come for my rhinestone glue. We've been through the storm and the rain, child. But we're gonna be using doing a 3D design with our rhinestone glue. Yes, you can do a 3D design with rhinestone glue. I want to show you how. I got this Macart, so you can screenshot. I got this Macart rhinestone glue off of Amazon, but also too, you can get this off of Shein for about $2. Kid you not. It has no label, no brand. It just say this. It just say rhinestone glue. So I'm gonna do my 3D design with this glue, and then I'm also going to be using a metallic metallic color with the on the 3D nail. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm going to be taking my nails out here in about 10 seconds, and then we're going to move on. So we still have to um, airbrush or do the airbrush effect on the pinky nail. And then we're also going to be doing that on the thumb. Okay, so I'm going to add some more orange. I'm going to take a little bit of my orange here, adding a little bit more there. We're going to even go into our white. Yes, we're adding white. So I'm using my Rosalind white. Okay. White. Okay. Just adding it. And if you don't have a palette, I think you should definitely invest in you one because it's the best thing you could have. Okay. Especially when you're using multiple colors. Okay. All righty. And so the orange continues. So we're gonna pat a little bit of orange on here. So about that much. And then we're gonna do that right here, just at the tip, okay? Don't cover the whole nail, but just right here, a little bit, just for a little minute, just for a little minute. You still want the yellow to show, okay? All right, so you want to give it like that little, look. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, okay. All right, all right. So that's what it's gonna look like, okay? So it's gonna look a little rusty, okay? But it's not rusty, okay? All right. So moving on. While we do that, before we pop this into the nail lamp, I'm going to show you how to do that 3D look, okay? You're going to take your handy dandy rhinestone glue. This time I'm not using the 3D gel solid. No, we're going to use this, okay? So I'm going to just make a circle. And then I'm going to pop it in the nail lamp really fast, okay? Okay. So this is what my circle is looking like. Hold on. All right. It ain't the best circle, but child, it's a circle, okay? So this is what it's looking like, okay? Now, you want to go ahead and pop that in the nail lamp fast as you can, okay? All right, there we go. I'm gonna pop it in it. Before I do it, I think I got too much on this one. Right here. So take off just a smidget. Boom, bam. Thank you, ma'am. So that's how it looks, okay? All right. Pop it in the nail lamp. If you want it perfect, then do it perfect. I ain't doing mine perfect, child. I'm using my non-dominant hand anyway. You get what you get, okay? Oh, I am funny, honey. All right, moving on. All right, we're gonna do another second coat of the sponge of it all on the nails, and then we're going to move on. Now you can eject the sponge by just pressing this down and it just pops out or whatever, and then you can just add in a new one. So you just press it down and then it comes off, okay? All right, so we're gonna dip that I put my hands up on my hip when I dip, you dip, we dip, honey. Shout out to the 90s babies. Yes, y'all. The young folks say we old, y'all. That's what they say. I said, dang, I ain't never thought 30s was old. But anyway, moving on. All right, so here we go. We got orange, okay? That orange effect, right? And just blend it as best you can. You want it to kind of look like a sunsetish look, okay? And then just make sure you are sponging it so that it blends with that yellow well, okay? So kind of like that, kind of like a highlighter, okay? Kind of like that, okay? You get what I'm saying? So it just flows. You get what I'm saying? Like they be like, "Oh, your nails. Oh, let me see." No, they're like yellow and orange. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, chicken, see, blee, blee, blee. Okay, anyway, moving on. All righty, y'all. So that circle is circle. Okay. See, very easy. You didn't even have to use solid gel. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna pop this off, flip it, because we're gonna get our full usage out of these. Uh-huh. Flip it. That way you ain't wasting no sponge. Okay. And then we're gonna take a little white. Oh shoot. Hold on. We got a small catastrophe. Just small, very minute. Okay. Very minute. Come here. All right, she back on there, y'all. She ready. All right, now we got a white. Oh, you know what? We gonna do it again, okay? We gonna flip her over and grab her again. So just pinch it, expand it all the way. Okay, maybe that ain't gonna work. Maybe that ain't gonna work. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab me another sponge, okay? Another sponge. Okay. All right. So hold on. Here we go. This is how it looks. Okay. This is how it looks right here. Okay. So here are the extra sponges. You just take them out. Put them back. All right. Now we're going to take our handy dandy tool. I'm just dropping stuff all over the dang on place. And we're going to just make sure she's on there nice and right. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to actually add a little bit more white because I use a little bit of white on there. Other sponge. All right. So we're going to dip that white in there. And then we're going to sponge this nail with white. Okay. Sponge it with white. And you don't get as much as you want on there or as little as you want, but it's up to you. Okay. All right. I like this look. All right. I'm gonna show y'all what it's giving. What you looking for? We got what you looking for. All right. There we go. So this is what the white is giving of the sponge. Okay. All righty. Now we're gonna pop that in the nail lamp for just a few seconds, for a little minute. Hold on. Uh-oh, what's going on with this lamp? You turn it off, turn it back on, y'all. My nail lamp acting crazy. It's acting crazy, 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 crazy. Oh my God. Did my lamp go out? Okay, let's take that out. All right, here we go. Let's see if it works, y'all. If my light don't work, then okay, I don't think my light is going to work. But that's okay. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Hold on, yeah, I gotta fix my damn light. Now, don't piss me off, bro. Like, these lights do not be lasting. Like, what is going on? Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. Let me see if this works now. Alright, we in the game. I just had to do a little minor reset. Alright, boom. Got that in the nail lamp, y'all. Alright, now we're gonna move on to our metallic look, and then I'm also gonna be doing a zebra print, cheetah print on my nails. So not like this, not blooming. We're actually gonna do the stripes, excuse me, the cheetah stripes or zebra stripes, excuse me. Um, and yeah. So here we go. All right. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right. Here we go. I'm just trying to make sure that is dry. Now we're gonna take our black Burano and we're going to draw our stripes, okay? All righty. So we're gonna start like so. And then we're going to go back. Make sure y'all can see. Make sure I got enough black in here. And if you mess up, that's totally fine. It's bound to happen, especially with your non-dominant hand, okay? I gotta do it like this, y'all. Sorry, y'all can't, if y'all can't really see. Oh, shit. I gotta turn my damn hand all the way like this, y'all. Hold on. Whew. All right, we got one more stripe to go. And you want to focus on this part because, child, if not, then, well, you see why I'm struggling. Shoot, 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 shoot. Oh my God. we're gonna have to clean that up right there. All right. I had to be quiet, y'all, because whew, I almost cussed. I almost cussed. All right, now I'm gonna have to rest my fingers. So if you see me rest my hand on here, I am, child, because I can't get a good grip. But this is where patience of a dove in the desert comes into play. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got some cleaning up to do on this side because you see how this side is just all flowing and then this side is just thick and, voluptuous like me, but that ain't what we going for. All right, then we got one more little line to go. One more little line. All right, I even went outside the line. All right, so now we're gonna clean this up, okay? Now we're gonna clean this up. We're gonna take our tool, add a little bit of acetone, and now it's time to clean it up. And when I say clean it up, I mean literally that. All right, here we go. So you're gonna just make sure all the lines are about the same, right? I'm just taking off the excess there. Go in, get a little bit more acetone, and let's just clean this up. Okay? I'm gonna even take that last one off. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, we're cooking with gas now. We're cooking with gas, child. Okay. All right. All right, here we go. Shoot, I keep getting a little bit on here. Okay. All right. This is my best. I'm gonna go in with a second coat and hopefully it look better. I ain't got upset with nobody. I did it myself, and well, I can't be mad at nobody but myself if it don't look like it's supposed to. But I like it. I like it like that. All right, so y'all see how I kind of went out over the line right here? Hold on. Okay. I think I like it like that. I'm gonna do another small line right here, so I'm gonna have to take it off and put it back on. But before we move on, I need to plug in my phone because, child, you can't be dying on me. I got stuff on the floor. Ooh, all right, here we go. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. Call delivery failed. Unknown. Who is that? Unavailable. Refused. Okay. Available. TPA? I don't know who that is. Here we go. There's a variant. Okay. Okay. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for bearing with you, girl. All right. Here we go. Had to plug in my phone, child, and stuff didn't fail. So, oh wait, just clean up your area, y'all. Just make sure y'all area cleaned up, okay? If some fall, just go ahead and pick it up, okay? All right. So, and then don't use none of these that fell on the floor. It's better to not use any of these that fell on the floor because look, you get those strags, okay? So just throw them away, and that's why you get the pack of 500, so that if that shall happen, you have plenty more to use, okay? It's just etiquette, just trying to help y'all out, but whatever works for you. All right. I like to take out a few of these because you never know, child. You never know when one gonna hit the floor, right? I am tickled. All right. Now we're gonna take that, and then I'm gonna take off this last little leg right here. Okay. I need it to be a little closer. Just get a little acetone, and then I'm gonna make this closer to the stripe so that I can do the exact same thing I did on the other side, okay? So just give it a nice little rub and tug. Try not to mess up the other design. Alright. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay, you gotta just take your time, give yourself some grace. Take your time, let him be a man. I remember that on Friday. He didn't say take your time. He said, leave him alone, let him be a man. Anyway, moving on. All right, so I'm gonna make this line just a little bit closer. I'm gonna be quiet, okay? Well, tried to do the same thing I did over here because the what's the call is a little lower, but I think I'm gonna just have to take that off because it's not gonna flow. You know what I'm saying? So, or maybe we just keep it like that and we fix this line right here. Instead of making it like a stripe, we just make it a line. How about that? But essentially, I'm just trying to make sure that they look and everything flows correctly. But we might have to take it off. So bye bye. Out the door, you got to go. So we're gonna take our tool and just clean it up. How long have I been on here? An hour, 15 minutes. That ain't so bad. That ain't so bad at all. This is what I mean when I say, give yourself some grace, take your time. That way, it's not just a rush job. Sometimes you have to go back and forth. It might take you an hour. Hell, it might take you 2 hours, but you ain't giving up. You doing your own nails, okay? And people respect you when they see you putting that, investment into yourself. Like you're doing it. So give yourself some grace, girl or man, whoever. Men do nails too. All right, all right, all right, y'all. So we got one line there. We got one last line we got to do right here. The very small line. And don't worry, you got a second. You have a second. So this is what it's looking like. Okay, you have a second coat that you have to do. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use my dotting tool, and we're gonna add some uh polka dots to it. Okay. Oh, where is my dotting tool? Okay, here it is. So now we're gonna take our dotting tool. We're gonna use our smaller side. We're gonna add black polka dots. Okay, and this is what we got. Okay, not my best because again, it's my non-dominant hand, but hey, we doing it. We doing it. All right, we're gonna move on so that we can do our middle nail, and then we're going to do our All right, how y'all liking it? They look good? Look okay? All right. Hey, girly. We matching now. She said we matching now. I know that's right. We matching now, girl. Almost. Shout out to Nails Adore. Be sure to go follow, like, subscribe. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and pop this in the nail lamp. And then we're going to do our next design. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go in with our second coat of our um white on our pinky finger. And then we're going to do our 3D raindrops, okay? Yes, you heard me right. 3D raindrops. I'm going to go in and use my handy dandy rhinestone glue to apply those, and then we're going to move on, okay? All right. All right. I do appreciate y'all for hanging on in there and watching me and stuff and things. I do appreciate that. And stuff and things and such. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more white so that when the nail comes out of the nail lamp, we can go ahead and apply it. So this is what your sponge should look like, okay? And you're gonna go in, sponge it one more time. Just go over the same area you sponged before. If you want to add a little bit more depth to the nail or a little bit more sponginess to the nail, then that's on you. I'm just literally going over the exact same area that I sponged before, okay? So not the entire nail, but I just wanted that little look there, okay? And then we can do a lot of things at once, okay? We don't have to keep going back and forth. So the jewels that I'm going to be using today are going to be pearls, okay? They're going to be pearls. So let me grab those pearls. And we're also going to be adding um, metallic to the nails, okay? All right. All righty. So, um, give me 1 second. Let me put this in the nail lamp. And then I'm going to show you all the pearls that I'll be using. I might have some pearls over here. Oh, but I don't. I don't have my pearls over here, so I got to pull them out. Usually I keep some right over here. Y'all see my collection right here? I keep them right here, but I don't have any right here, so we're going to pull out some, okay? All right. And then we're going to add our metallic to it, and then we're going to also do a 3D design on the pointer finger, okay? And then again, all of this is beginner friendly. Nothing is too hard. So don't beat yourself up if you don't you feel like it's too complicated. Child, I don't do nothing that's too complicated. Child, I don't. I really don't. All right. So here are the pearls we're gonna be using. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So we're gonna do our 3D drips and then we're gonna add our pearls. I'm gonna go in with the smaller side of the pearls so that you all can see in the inside. All right, but before we do that, we're gonna apply these 3D drips. So you're gonna take your nail, bend it a little bit, and then just apply your drips. You can do them big, small, however you want. Okay? And they don't have to all be in the same area. You can spread them out however you want them. Right? Okay? All right. I'm gonna do one right here in the middle. The smallest one in the middle. All right, one right there. And the smallest one right here. All right. And that's how they're looking, okay? Pop it in the nail lamp, okay? You can pop it in there for about 30 seconds. You don't have to pop it in there for the whole 60 seconds, okay? About 30 seconds is good, okay? About 30 seconds. Then it's time to apply our handy dandy pearls. You're going to take your same glue and you're going to apply that glue right in the middle of your, um, right towards the top here. Dang, you act like you don't want to come out. Okay. All right. All right. So there we go. So we're going to add a little bit there, and then we're going to go in and we're going to add our handy dandy pearls. Okay. All right. So we're going to take that tool. Where is my tool, y'all? Ciao. Oh, here you go, right here. I'm going to use the smaller side. Get a little bit of that glue on there. Go in with the smaller pearls, or you can use the bigger pearls, whichever one works for you, but I'm going to do these small ones right here. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 of these. Child, not 4 of them got on there. All right, here we go. I'm going to take the pearls, add them there, or wherever you want to on the nail. Okay, I'm going to do it like right there on the side there, okay? Like right there on the side, okay? All right, we're going to cure that, and then we're going to put a metallic color on top of this 3D polish. Close your jewels, or else, child, you'll lose them. You will lose them, honey. And then you'll be like, she told me. She told me. I sure did. I had sure did told you. All right. So now you don't have to cure it for 60 seconds. Just make sure it's on there, about 40. And bam, there we go. Now it's time to metallic the nails. And when I say metallic, I do mean metallic the nails. Now, last time, I couldn't find my metallic glue, my metallic polish. So, let me see. Let me see if I can find it in here for you. I only had the go, what's it called? Silver. I didn't have the gold. But I actually bought some polish, and y'all, I promise you, my stuff, it must be a ghost in my house. It gotta be a ghost in here, because I don't know where the heckiana this other polish is. So it looks like I'm gonna have to go with silver again. But that's okay. So we're gonna go in with our metallic polish. Hold on. So, shoot. All right, Dollar Tree for the win on the bag. Let me pick that up. Okay, while I got that out, where is my polish? That is so damn crazy to me. Now watch, I find it. Now watch, I find it later on. All right, whatever. Here we go. Okay, so let's go in with our metallic color that we used the last time. Matter of fact, didn't we get some new metallic colors this past time? I think I did. Okay, here we go, right here. All right, so here we go. Our metallic cable right here. Whew. When all else fails, maneuver and pivot. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, y'all. So we're going to go in with this color here, and it kind of does match my gray nail here, so that's totally fine. But here we go. All right. So the 3D ring that you see right here, I'm going to just literally go around it with this polish, okay? You're going to take your time. Okay? Oh Lord, if y'all hear some, it be the homeless people across the way from me. They be arguing sometimes, and I do mean they across the gate, but they talk so loud. So I do apologize. All right, so we see we're gonna have to do some cleanup, but that's okay. I don't really care for this brush on this gel liner polish today. All right, y'all. So I'm just going around that gel polish. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Just trying to slide, y'all. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay. I'm going slow, y'all, because this is not the easiest with your non-dominant hand. It's really not. I'm trying to make sure I get all the crevices and stuff and things. All right. Now we got some cleanup to do. Okay. Now we got some cleanup to do. So I'm going to take my handy dandy tool here and just go around the nail and clean it up. I'm going to clean it up. Okay. Hey, Journey. All right. So here we go. All right. So now I'm just going around the entire nail and cleaning up any excess. Okay, so in this part, I'm gonna just use my because I cannot. I'm getting annoyed right now. All right, there we go. It's much better. So just take your napkin and just clean it up. Okay. Okay. And that way, everything is nice and right and tight. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go back in with just a little bit more of this metallic glue. And as you can see right here on the side here, I didn't get those clear areas as best I can. So we're gonna just literally go back over this little area right here. All right. All right, and that's it. And then we're gonna clean up the inside of it. Cause can you see that area right there? Y'all see that? We're gonna have to clean that up, okay? All right. And happy Friday again, y'all. All right. All right, we got a second coat to do anyway. All right, we're gonna pop that in the nail lamp. And then we're gonna do some 3D lines. So we're gonna take our tool, our glue, take our glue, and then we're gonna do our 3D lines on our pointer finger, okay? Now you can do, some more drops or drips, however you want, whatever design you want. But for the purposes of this design that I'm going for, I'm gonna do some 3D half shells, okay? Yeah, I get what I'm saying. So you're gonna just, you know, push the glue up just a little bit, okay? So that wasn't a good one, but make sure you get a nice bit, like about, let's say about this much, okay? That should be good, about this much. Can y'all see? That should be good. And then you can even use the little bit that's on the side right here. But I want to show you all what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, and then I'm going to just place that on the, okay, Coda, give me a second. Okay, do that like that. And then I'm just going to go in. Okay, I'm going to just cure these two right here. Okay. And then we're going to move on to our second one. Hold on, let me add a little bit more. Yeah, I want it to look kind of curvy like that. Okay. So we're going to pop that into the nail lamp because you want to go ahead and cure it, okay? Especially when you're doing these little soft shell looks or whatever. Go ahead and just cure it because else, child, it won't look right. All right, so we're going to take a little bit more. And make sure you got a nice little grip. I'm almost out of this dang glue, so my glue ain't coming out as best as it can. So here we go. Just cure it for a few seconds. And then we're going to go in and do the same thing. Oh, man, I need to find my other glue. Here we go. All right. There we go. All right. Good. Here. Okay. Okay. It's going in on the side, go all the way down. You're going to do that all the way till you get to the top. And I want it on the side. So you got to go. What about that? That's cool. And I'm gonna go back over this one. So like that on the side. All the way down to the side, okay? And then we're going to cure it, okay? Like that. That's cute. All right. You're going to make sure you don't mess with, you don't mess up your nail, okay? You want to clean off your brush because we're going to go in. We're going to either, you can use this liner brush, or you can use this liner brush to go in with your second coat. I'm just going to continue using my liner brush right here, okay? All right. Uh-oh, shoot. All right, here we go. So, here we go. So we got our design on there. Looking so cute. I like that so far. So far, so good. It's different, right? Right. For the second coat, we need to put in the refrigerator bin. Take your time. Shoot, I keep dropping stuff and stuff keep falling. I mean, I need to hear you. I was sending this screenshot. I seen somebody say they made copy kit. I don't like it. Yes, it has. One second. I'm gonna take you can't do it. Hey, I'm just going on my second coat. Right here, I'm gonna bring it in a little bit. It's better. And I see a better little. So you're gonna bend your hand. And just let me go over the exact same thing. I make steak and chicken. You're doing so far. And when you're using your non-dominant hand, okay, take your time. You should be taking your time. I'm going a little slower because of that. So what? Okay. Almost there. When you supposed to, you still leaving Thursday? Week? You still leaving Wednesday? No. So we got all that done. Now we're gonna go. Yeah. Now we're gonna go in with our second coat. Every time we gonna leave Wednesday. Second coat of the polka dots. Okay. So you're gonna take your handy dandy tool. Okay. A little bit of that black on there. I thought about it. You're gonna be just like this fresh off the road too. And then just go with over polka dots too. We're gonna make these wonderful big. Okay. Yeah, that one's too big, so we're gonna have to redo it. So this one right here, we're gonna redo with the back because you see how it was not that big. It wasn't that big at all. So now we're gonna take that off. I'm cooking chicken wings. I'm cooking this one because I want to. Or maybe we should use our tool because we don't want it too big. Coda, okay. It's a little bit extra. Okay. I guess we did make it. I guess we did make it extra big. That's okay. It'll work. So this is what it's giving. This part. Okay. All right. Now we're going to. This is this. Now we're gonna go back over our metallic one more time. You can get this cable glue off machine. Comes in a pack of 2 for like $1.70. I can never find the gold. Huh?
I said Uber, I think. I don't know. This and Chris was working at the same place.
Well, this
I see you, Chris.
they was Chris still working. I think.
Said they was. They live in two different towns.
Patrice working.
Javi.
It's a computer company.
She said, she's working Javi now. I was like, what the hell? Javi now. It's a computer. It's a computer place. That's what I said.
All right. We're gonna add a jewel here and a jewel there. Excuse me. I choked up. Drink some of my Pepsi. Shout out to the Pepsi gang.
You said Ivy, not Javi.
Hy-Vee, like the store Hy-Vee I had.
Javi, like the stove. I didn't know it was a computer.
Yes, it's a computer. They handle computer parts and technology and stuff like that.
So they handle computer parts.
She said it's easy.
She said it's easy.
Pretty sure it is.
She said he probably sits around. She was working in
Alright.
It says she said it's easy.
Top coat everything and then we're going to go. Alright, Coda, we finna go. Ready to go? Ready to go outside? You go outside? You ready to go outside? I'm talking to my dog. Alright, so we're gonna top coat everything and then I'm gonna let y'all let people go.
Hey, Chris Super.
Elite. Yeah.
Oh, she elite.
It's something like that. Tell her. So here we go. We're gonna go in with our Macart top coat. Macart top coat. You can get this off of Amazon, 2 for $7. Okay. Oh, okay.
Brad told me talk about Brian's car. Okay. I said, Ryan said, pop about Brian's car. What kind of trade about him?
Alright, so this is what it's looking like, y'all. Y'all liking the look?
Wow, he said, that's not her, though. I thought he said, I said, we got Jay ready to leave. I said,
Top coating everything. You want to make sure you top coat even the jewels. Cuticle all the way down to the tip, sidewall to sidewall. Oh, this is looking cute. I thought it was going to turn out right. Metallic gray. So this is what the design is looking like. Okay. I like that. It's something different. You know what I'm saying? Just slight. It's different from this nail, from these nails. Right. But that's the beauty of trying, trying different designs and stuff. You can try it out. If it doesn't work, take it off and try something else. But you won't get better at anything if you don't practice, okay? So now I'm just taking a little acetone, going around the cuticle areas and just cleaning up that extra top coat. Because if you don't clean it up, then it's gonna cure that way, and then you have the extra peel on it. And you don't want that, okay? Okay. Alright, so we're gonna clean that up there. Clean this up here. There we go. Popping in the nail lamp, and then I'm gonna add the jewels to it. But essentially, that's it. I know it took a little longer than I wanted it to take on the nails, but yeah, because we got these nails done in like an hour. What? Just this and like an hour, what? 15 minutes or something. So a little over time, but nevertheless, we got them done. My little thing came off today when I was handling trash, but I can always put on another flower. But I really like these nails. I'm going to show you all this next set as soon as they come out of the nail lamp. But oh, and then we forgot. I gotta add the flower to it. I'm gonna add a flower to this nail too. This other hand too. So let me show y'all the flowers. Let's go. These are flowers that we're gonna add to the nails. Because they're yellow, I'm thinking about a yellow flower. Maybe I will just go with an orange flower, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna see. Alright, so that's what it's looking like right there. Actually, this one didn't have no flowers, so I see. But here we go. Look at this. This is peeling. Oh, there you go. So here we go. So here are the nails. So here are the nails, right? So another ombre there. Another 3D there. There. I like that. Very different. Very different. So step out of your comfort zone and try things, right? I'm gonna add a jewel here, a black jewel here, or a clear jewel here. And then I'm going to let that do what it does. I was gonna add a jewel here, but I don't think I'm going to. But we'll do that on camera, and then I'll just do the rest on here. So this is what we did last week. Don't mind my little flower here it came off. And then here is the totally different design that you can try at home too. Okay? All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for sticking around. Be sure to like the video, share it, subscribe, do all the things and the things. I will be back tomorrow live in action. And we'll be doing some more nails. All right. All right, y'all. I really do appreciate each and every one of you all. Appreciate all that you do and everything. All right. I'm out to stay. Hope y'all like these. I'm out. Bye.